How you doing? You are in the hot seat today, goddamn.
You know, every time you open a show like that, all I can think about is that fatty clip that he plays with you screaming like Sailor Moon. Oh my gosh. We can't afford to be clipped up like this again. Okay. You're gonna have to figure out a new opening line, all right? It's gonna have to be something else. 1-800 the hot seat or something like that. I don't know.
Okay. 1-800 the hot seat. I'm gonna work on that. So we have a different opener for the late night. Because the seat get hot. I have the best takes. I'm always defeating Aaron O's talking point.
We changing the
his
show.
hot takes are unhot, more like lukewarmish takes. I got it.
We're gonna change the show title soon. We're gonna have to fix this. Just Sharon's bad takes. That's what we're gonna change it to.
Oh shit.
We're gonna have to switch it to.
Oh God. Good evening, everyone. I gotta get adjusted to that as well. Good evening, everyone. When you come and say good evening, hit that like button, hit that share button. We can feel that energy coming through the screen. We understand what is going on. So when we say good evening to you, make sure you say that, because on this show, we're gonna make sure we get our full thoughts out. We're gonna have some of the best takes ever, because we are removed from it in a sense where we can see it, the cold picture. We're not just seeing our picture of our friend that played basketball. No, we're looking at it as objectivity, and we look at players like Klay Thompson that did awesome last night. Absolutely awesome last night.
That's what we're doing.
22 points. He was hitting threes all in people's faces, getting rebounds, assists. He balled out. And shout out to the San Francisco Warriors. I didn't know that was their names, but the San Francisco Warriors gave a great salute.
As I predicted. Make sure you preference that. As you accurately predicted, Steph Curry goes for 30.
Damn.
And you know, the Warriors are tough to beat at home. Why can't you just go and say that? It's a very simple, easy task, sir.
That kind of happened. I have to admit that did kind of happen. Steph hit 30. He had 12 in the fourth quarter. He really turned it up. I think, again, we could also say Sharon was correct, because the game was way more important than just a regular game. That's number one. It meant something to both those two players. That little 5 and hug and those goddamn captain sailor hats that they had. It didn't mean a damn thing when it came down to that fourth quarter. Steph Curry came down, hit that three down the middle, said, "This is it's my house."
Steph Curry is
nobody kicking me out of nowhere.
Steph Curry is a God-fearing man. Okay, the light-skinned assassin did not say such a thing. I don't believe you. No, they call him a babyface assassin. I don't know.
So I guess maybe that's where he gets.
He got green eyes.
He does have green eyes.
Could you imagine somebody with green eyes giving you that work on the basketball court?
And I guess maybe that's where he get his little logo from. His so like it's a prayer hand. And
I think that's the that's the night baby or something like that.
But yeah, he did phenomenal. He also looked like he is possibly the best point guard in the NBA last night with those 12 points that he did in the last 3 minutes of the game. It was roughly around like the last 3 minutes of the game.
He scored like the last 10, 12 points or whatever the case is. He was cooking.
And he was 100% for the field in the last 3 minutes of that game too.
Chef Curry with the shot. Yeah. He did exactly what I predicted he would do, sir. I hate to let you know, but they made a great choice by letting go of Klay Thompson, and that game proves it. That game proves it. Steph Curry, think about it. Hey, Reese. So think about it like this. Steph Curry is there. He's the only really mega star there, right?
Okay.
Then you look in Dallas, they got Luka Doncic, so who's technically supposed to be the front runner for MVP because they kind of had him second most of last year. And then two, they got Kyrie Irving, who just came off dropping 40 with only 5 missed shots. So yeah, it was different. So it was a different game.
It was definitely a different game. His team definitely supported. It went down to the wire. They almost lost, so I'm gonna still go with that. They almost lost. His team. They really rallied for him. They made sure they fed him the ball. That's why he got 22 points. It's just that at the end of it, Steph Curry said, "You know what? You think you're gonna come back home? Let me show you who's daddy." Which respectively. I understand why. And he wanted to make sure the San Francisco Warriors, because I never heard of them as the San Francisco 49ers day in my life. And he wanted the NBA and his town know that it is still his town, regardless of him and his brother having this little disagreement. And they grew up together, and Clay taught him everything that he know. It is time for him to keep the house, because this is Mama house. Mama built that house, and he's staying in Mama house. And he is like, so Steph Curry is Jody that stayed in the house, and Klay Thompson is the older brother that got kicked out the house and got killed in the streets. Yeah,
you're not allowed to watch no more shows, no more movies. And where are you getting these references from? What is going on here?
I'm just saying.
You watching Baby Boy or something?
I'm just saying that's what happened.
Unbelievable.
Steph Curry is Jody, and Draymond Green is clearly Yvette. And you know who LeBron James is then?
The King.
He's Snoop Dogg.
That's crazy.
He came through.
Oh, that's crazy.
Came through shooting.
Man, oh man. No, that was a good game though. I like when my takes be so on point, so that way we can go back to where you was like, I got the Mavs winning. And who's that little sway guy that came up on the show the other day? I forget his name. But he was on the show.
He got bumped up for sure.
He also predicted that the goddamn Mavericks would win and Clay would do decent. Tom, what up? Shout out to the Water Gang. So I hate to tell you, my takes is just they coming to fruition. It's just looking like I know what I'm talking about right now. It just look like
barely. So that barely happened, by the way. Those 12 points was a miracle shots. It was dead down the center. Granted, Steph looked like the top point guard of the league, even at his old age. So that was cool. That was great. However, they had him on the ropes. They was a little nervous. And congratulations to MJ and congratulations to Aaron for having one good take. So that is good. He have one good take. That is fine, even though he's going to have a bad one later on in the show when we talk about his beloved team and how they're going to be grounded.
Everybody, welcome to the new show we call it Sharon's Bad Takes, okay? It's actually going to be the #1 show all through YouTube real soon. Don't worry, because nobody can make worse takes than him. So don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. It's going to be going down. In other news, Gregg Popovich, NBA coach of the San Antonio Spurs, multiple-time champion, He's been sidelined with a health scare. I think he had a mild stroke, so prayers out to him and his family. Hopefully he get a speedy recovery. But this is not the first time I've heard his name in the news for something similar to this. And in my mind, I'm thinking it might be time to retire. I know it sounds crazy because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think his wife passed away maybe a year or two back, something like that recently. So maybe sports is everything he has, but he's been coaching a long time. He's got nothing else to prove. I don't think another win would be helping his legacy. He's already viewed the way he's going to be viewed. I don't see that changing. But health comes first. And it's ironic because we was talking about Tua, who got a bunch of, health scares on the field. Being a coach every day, the mental stress, the strain that you go through coaching, being a leader of men and things like that, it's a lot to balance on the road, planes, at his older age. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to say it, but in my mind, I'm like, it might be time to retire.
That's a very, I don't know. He is in the upper 70s. He is in the upper 70s. The future of Gregg Popovich. He's an iconic head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. The speculation that he cannot make it health-wise and he needs to take a seat full of he has a career that's over 3 decades long with 5 championships. Probably one of the greatest power forwards to ever live. And he beat some
and he coached David Robinson.
Yes. And he beat some iconic players as well in these championships.
I don't recall that. I don't some
iconic players he destroyed.
I don't remember that
championships that he was on the road to. And definitely, it seems like it's a strong possibility that it is paying a health toll on him. I mean, maybe it is, but maybe he's just fucking. I mean, maybe he's just old as hell. The man is about 78 years. He's about the
been
same
through a lot.
Donald Trump, and so maybe that got something to do with it. I don't know. That age factor is strong, but those plane trips, it definitely do something with the blood. This is why people get swollen ankles and high blood pressure and low blood pressure because of the high up and downs of the elevations and
maybe.
Like so it's so many things. And then now you add in all the stress of creating a new team. He got the new star. He got to coach him properly.
Wow.
He's holding on to these things.
Would you retire, sir? Would you, if you
he has the money? I think for people like Gregg Pop, Tom Brady, it's very difficult to leave something that love. He needs to figure out a way to transition himself from the stress of coaching onto commentating. No, and he loves the game so much. Go ahead and commentate, and you'll be fine. Stop trying to coach these young boys and screaming and yelling at them. It's raising your blood pressure still, clearly dealing with an alien.
I don't know. Hopefully just a speedy recovery. We'll see what he decides. Whatever he decides to do, it's good. I just think, I don't think he has anything left to prove. So
maybe he needs to stop. Maybe he needs to start smoking weed. Even though I know he was one of those coaches that he was advocating against all of this. He was also a coach that is also he was talking about resting players. Maybe now he needs to start resting himself. We need to rest coaches as well. He need to do some time management.
Mad disrespect.
He need to do some time management because clearly it is way too much pressure. Possibly, or it could be something else. Maybe he need to stop eating so many steaks because he is in San Antonio. So everything's bigger down there. So maybe all that goddamn red meat that he's eating, I don't know. He need to figure it out, but he need to get his health first, and maybe he can gracefully bow out because this is like his second, third scare.
Yeah, I don't know all that you just said, but yeah, he might need to take a different look because he got a family, he got kids and stuff like that. So you ain't gonna get a lot. You ain't gonna get a lot of days with him, and a lot of people that close to their parents, you don't get that many days. Tone said Greg got another 20 in him. No, sir. There's no way he can do another 20, sir. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Absolutely not. I don't want to see that.
Another 20 is crazy.
Nah, man. I do not want to see him run. He ain't really running. He's kind of like holding his back since calling timeouts and stuff. But no, I don't think so. But speaking of Popovich being a champion, right? Speaking of the NBA season is taking off. A lot of teams coming out of nowhere. You got the Cavs playing well. You got Boston playing well. You got the Warriors playing well. You got the Nuggets coming on strong now. You got a lot of good teams. But when you look at superstars, when you look at game changers, when you look at legacy, when you look at the players that's looking to put their name in the history books, I also see some people running around the league that ain't standing on no business. So this is my question to you. Which NBA player is under the most pressure to win an NBA championship?
I wanted to say hockey sticks at first. That's who I was going to say. I think he's under a lot of pressure. However, I'm going to go with Joel Embiid is under the most pressure to win the championship. He is one of the strongest big men in the game. He's damn near a triple threat. He got everything that he wants. He got players in and out. He got coaches in and out. And for some reason, he cannot get over any humps. Maybe if he would have got past Kawhi Leonard on that beautiful corner jump shot, maybe he could have got a ring and we wouldn't be having a conversation. However, Joel Embiid, he gets the commercials, he gets the MVP, he gets the teammates he want, he gets the three-pointers that he want, got his coach up out of there, he got the contract that he want. He is under extreme pressure to get it done or at least get to the game. I think it's Joel Embiid. Even though honorable mention is hockey sticks, and that is number 77 of the Dallas Mavericks.
That's a good pick.
is so what is your thought on Joel Embiid being under a high pressure to win a championship in the first place before I get to your pick?
Yeah, I thought about Joel Embiid because I'm like, he won an MVP. He just got, Paul George. He got Tyrese Maxey. He got a real solid team. Rotation is well enough. He won an MVP. So he's done a lot in the league, but he hasn't gotten over the hump. So he was actually one of the finalists that I was thinking like, yeah, you got to be under the most pressure. But that was a good pick. So that would have been my second pick. But the truth of the answer is, when I sit back and think about it, the player in my estimation that's under the most pressure is Damian Lillard.
No way.
Damian Lillard is under the most pressure to win an NBA championship because it's a possibility that he may be the most fraudulent superstar in the
NBA.
Yes, it's a possibility that he may be the most fraudulent superstar in the NBA if you want to give him the superstar title, because I'm thinking about revoking it.
Wow.
I'm thinking about revoking it. I think that all them years in Portland, he was just winning games because there was no real pressure. You kind of know how, like, with all those players that play really well when they not playing with LeBron James, get to LA and they can't make three-pointers.
Oh, hell no.
You got D'Angelo Russell making the All-Star game, playing with LeBron. He can't play at all.
Wow.
Sucks, horrible, because the pressure to be successful, the pressure of expectations. They say pressure bursts pipes. Well, expectation reveals character, right? So to me, I believe Damian Lillard has been one of the most fraudulent players over the last bunch of years, and going to Milwaukee exposed him. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. The reason why it's him over Joel Embiid, right? Let me tell you, yours was a really, listen, because I know basketball better than you, okay? This is why. Listen, okay, before I get somebody up here to get in this hot seat to help you out because you need some help. This is why you need to understand basketball, right? When Kevin Durant went to the Golden State Warriors, no one was under more pressure than him to win a championship.
Okay,
because
I can agree with that.
Steph was already a champion. Clay was already a champion. Draymond was already a champion. Had they lost, it's really KD's fault because he's supposed to be one of the best players, top 2 players, top 3 player, whatever you want to call it, or even the best player in the league, and he went to the top team after getting beat down and pushed out of the playoffs by the big homies the previous year, and now they brothers, right? When you look at that perspective, you have to take into understanding Dame Lillard was under pressure to do well. And we was all saying, oh, Dame Lillard is a mega star, dropping 50 here and there. He's just on a bad team. Well, sir, we literally took him from one of the worst teams and put him on a team with an NBA champion, a multiple time MVP, and a finals MVP. The pressure is on him, sir. Because you have to really understand. See, Joel Embiid don't have no other champions on his team. See, Joel Embiid
did actually.
No.
He treated that champion so bad that he had turned to a sports commentator. Okay. He turned him into a sports commentator. Danny Green. Danny Green is now a sports commentator because
Danny Green is not a star. Danny Green is a role player. Stop this. Listen, I have to tell you. Right, look. Tone says nope. First bad take for Aaron this week. Trust me.
Absolutely,
you're no. Absolutely, you're wrong. You're wrong. Y'all.
So this is why Dame Lillard. This is why Dame Lillard, Dame Time, is not going to be expected to win a championship because he didn't get his own team. He got put on a team, so he is still not considered the top dog on that team. It is absolutely Giannis. Team, and now we even understand that the whole reason why the Bucks is losing anyways because they got rid of Thanos, and they never got rid of his brother. Maybe they'll still be a top team because they was the number 3 they was the number 3 seed in the East. He leaves all Sunday number 15. I don't know if it's a real correlation there, but Thanos
Sir.
He needs to be back on the team.
Look,
Dame Leonard, and now if it was the other way around,
listen, Antonio,
they would have got Danny Green over to Portland.
No.
They would have got Jimmy Butler over to Portland, and they'd have got him some help. And those players would have came to him. If Giannis would have came over to him and said, "Hey, I'm joining you," so we could get ahead and win this thing, and then
you're still wrong.
I would say yes.
You're still wrong, sir, and I'm gonna explain to you why, sir. Yeah, maybe you don't understand, right? Maybe you don't understand. If LeBron James went to Milwaukee to play with Giannis, the pressure would be enormous on them to win. But LeBron's
both of them.
Yeah, well, no, it would be more on LeBron.
Nah.
Okay. And the reason why is because LeBron decided to leave his current situation to go team up with somebody who had just won a championship, basically.
So that would put more pressure on Giannis. Giannis said, hey, Bron, I need you, big bro.
No.
He got to show
listen.
It's my team.
Let
me bring you over here.
No.
Let me show you how it's done.
Oh, your bad takes is horrible.
Big little brother.
All right, first of all, my dog Antonio, me and him can't be going against each other like this. That's my brother. I love him. But I have to let him know there is an expectation for Dame to win. Shout out to my brother G-Ville in the building. Listen, there's an expectation for Dame to win. The problem is y'all want to put expectations on the people y'all want to put expectations on. Dame Lillard is playing with an NBA champion, a finals MVP, and a multiple-time MVP in the regular season. There's no way you can make an argument that Dame Lillard is not under the most pressure because he's the one that hasn't won. And since you want me to get into teaching you about the game of basketball, Dame Lillard was traded, and to get Dame Lillard, they had to let go of who? Drew Holiday.
Damn.
I don't even need to say the other names. That's the most.
Who else was there?
Listen, that's the most important name. You know why? Because that name during that trade went where? To the Boston Celtics. And he won a championship his very first year.
Damn.
They gave him up to get Dame Lillard, basically. He was the golden piece. Everybody wanted him.
Mm-hmm.
And it gave him up because if you think about it, Milwaukee could have won again. If they would have kept Drew Holiday, Milwaukee could have won again because he is that great of a player. He's that much of a game changer. He on the Olympics. He on the Olympic team over. Think about that over other players.
First of all, Caitlin Clark should have been playing over there instead of Drew. But the problem is this. So Drew, he is a very good role player. He's a very good third and fourth option.
He's an all-star. He's made the all-star team, sir.
However, he has to be a third option. He does not have any pressure at all. He do not have to do anything at all but not turn over the ball.
Sir,
the only thing that Drew has to do, somebody like
he is not a role player.
When the game is at the end of the
he is not a role player.
We need you to do X, Y, and Z for
you're
us.
wrong.
That is real pressure. Drew never had no pressure, and we do have somebody in the hot seat. He wanna join the hot seat. Welcome to the show. I cannot pronounce his name. I tried the last time. I messed it up. Pronounce your name, sir.
Issa, brother.
Go ahead. How you pronounce it?
Issa Alaskari.
Issa Alaskara. I think I said it correctly. Correct?
Yeah, we're gonna call you like AA or something.
You can just say Issa. It's only 2 syllables. You brother smart, man.
All right, we're gonna say Issa. We're gonna say Issa.
We trying.
Issa, do you understand how the hot seat works? You are in the hot seat. We need to understand you are in the hot seat. So is Dame Leonard is the one under most pressure to win a championship, or is it Joel Embiid?
I'm gonna go with Dame Lillard.
Oh my God.
The reason why I go with Dame, right, is because even though like Joel do got some built-in excuses.
Now you can stick with. I want to understand why Dame is under the most pressure. I need to understand, and we also have GP in the back as well. He want to get in the hot seat, but you're gonna have to wait your turn.
Because Joel be staying injured, bro. and you can't win no championship injured, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't care
All
who
right,
you
so
is.
we understand why, but why? Because I want to make sure we streamline this because this is unbelievable to me. Why is Dame Leonard under the most pressure?
Because for so long, bro, it's been Dame time, bro. We've been talking about how clutch this dude is, and then you get with a player in Giannis who is really a walking triple double. You can get 10 assists off of him easily. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
And I live in Milwaukee.
Kill Walker.
So I've seen this dude, bro, and it's just I would have never, ever, ever traded Drew, bro. I would have gave Chris Middleton and 3-4 first round draft picks to keep Drew, bro.
Wow.
Because Drew is championship glue. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason why we had Eric Bledsoe, bro, and we was, hey, listen, we was top 2-3 team in the league, 60 wins every year.
Wow.
And we'd flame out. As soon as we get Drew, we go on a championship run.
Thank you. We finally got somebody that's making some sense in the hot seat. So hopefully nobody knock you out the seat. So let me just follow up with that. Y'all don't really understand. Like, this is how I know people don't know basketball, right? Because y'all have to understand, if Carmelo Anthony was under pressure to win a championship, right? Would you agree Carmelo Anthony was under pressure to win a championship?
Absolutely.
Okay. Dame Lillard is just as good as Carmelo Anthony, wouldn't you say?
No.
Absolutely
not. No. The reason why
I gotta hear this
is because Carmelo, when he went to the team, it was his team. It don't matter where it's his
That's
team.
not true.
It is true. 100% true.
When he went to what team are you talking about?
New York Knicks.
To play with Amari?
No,
Amari came.
Yes, Amari went there to play with him. They
said, I'll take it back. Amari was there first. You remember if Amari was close to MVP status.
However, the only reason why Amari went there because they said, "Hey, you come over here. We're gonna get Carmelo." Carmelo called and said, "Yeah, bro, I'm coming over there." He said, "All right, I'm gonna hold it down till you get up out your contract." So the only reason why Amari was there in the first place at GBG, we got you. He's in the back, waiting patient to get in the hot seat. And then Carmelo went to Knicks, and guess what? The ball went strictly to Carmelo because he was the dominant player there. Dame Leonard is not the dominant play when he goes to Milwaukee. It's still Giannis. So it's still Giannis' team. So therefore, Giannis had the pressure to get his team behind him and say, Dame Leonard, follow me, little bro.
That's not what happened. Just for clarification, this is the hot seat. We only allow one person in the hot seat at a time. If you guys think that the person in the hot seat is not giving good takes, you can boot him off. If you want his seat in the hot seat, you can boot him off to take his spot, just so people can understand why we have it that way. No, it's Dame Lillard, and that's why I hate people that don't know nothing about basketball. Dame Lillard was treated and acted like a superstar in Portland, correct?
Because he was the star there.
So he was the star in Portland. Okay.
There.
So is there expectations if you're a star to win a championship?
No, when you're a star there, yes. Not when you go to another.
Let me ask you a question.
So he was a star there, and he joined a superstar.
Let me ask you this: was the sentiment out there was if Dame Lillard was on another team, or if he can get people to come play with him in Portland, he would win a championship? Was that the sentiment?
So no, those are two different things. Hold on. Those
you don't watch no basketball. I can't do this with you.
Those are two different things. Getting somebody over there to help him, beautiful. So now you're going to Dame team. Now, if somebody went to Dame's team, then yes, you could say the pressure's on Dame because that's your team. You started this. You started the campaign saying we need more people. You need to trade. You need to get me my help. But when he ran like a little pony that he was, because he's just a regular star, he ran. He said, please, I need help. I can't do this alone. And he ran. He went somewhere else to go and join a beautiful superstar. And Giannis, such a superstar that he got his other two brothers a damn job because he was so damn good. And by the way, that's probably the worst trade Milwaukee ever did by getting rid of Thanos. How do you pronounce his name? Because ever since he left, they went down. It don't got nothing to do with Drew. It got everything to do with Giannis' little brother.
Second worst trade, sir.
When the little
that we ever did.
When they went from the little brother, they went from third spot all the way down to 15. So it don't have nothing to do with Drew. It got everything to do with the little brother that they traded. Go ahead, Issa.
You know what the first worst trade that we ever did was, right? Actually, it's the third. The first worst trade the Bucks ever did was trading Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, Lord. We wasn't even alive then.
I understand that, but anytime you trade a player that plays 20 years and gives you 18 straight years of averaging over 20 points, that will always be the worst trade. 6-time champion, 6-time MVP. That will always be the worst trade. The second worst trade is trading down when we could have had the rights and traded up and we could have got Michael Jordan. That's the second.
All right, sir. You're showing your age, and it's clear your feelings is still hurt. All right, stay on topic here. Okay?
Hey, I'm only 35, brother. Don't do me like that. I just know my history. Don't do me like that. I was born in 89. Don't do me like that, Aaron. I'm gonna make another statement, too, of why it's so much pressure on Damian Lillard.
Okay.
Any player in NBA history, if you score 70 points in the game, pressure's on you.
Lord.
Look at everybody who has ever scored 70 points in the game.
It was only 3 people.
No. David Robinson did it. Wilt did it multiple times. You had Donovan Mitchell did it.
Donovan did it? No.
Yeah.
Donovan.
I think he did 69, 68.
No, he did 70. It was 70.
It was like 70.
Look it up.
I think
Kobe did the 81. Every player that has ever scored 70 points in the game has at least been to the NBA Finals, including Devin Booker.
This guy knows some. He knows some basketball. Okay, I feel a little better today. Listen, because
he's here to help you with your bad take.
I don't need no help,
this sir. Is the oldest 35-year-old person I ever met in my life.
I'm the one that created the take. I don't need no help. I'll substantiate my position because you have to understand this, sir. Dame forced his way out of Portland. He did not leave as a free agent. So this is what you don't understand, sir. If a player forced their way out of a team, out of their contract, to their contractual obligation to a team, to go somewhere else to chase a championship, because it is believed that they will be a champion if they had better pieces around them, and they go out and fail and flop how they doing. In my estimation, if you go to a team with an NBA Finals MVP, and he is one of the top 5 players in the league, and you one of the best players in the league, at least we thought you were. Now we know you're a little fraudulent, and you go to that team and you don't win, and the players that get traded basically for you because they did some weird type trading goes on to win a championship, goes on to pretty much play all in the Olympics with the best players, and you not there. That's a problem, sir. That's a problem.
That was the dumbest trade of all time.
Yeah.
To me, listen.
Yeah.
The Celtics, before they got Drew, the last couple of years, that was always their problem. They had Marcus Smart playing point guard. They needed a point guard. You literally gave them one of the top 2 defensive point guards in the league. Drew's problem is he has trouble scoring sometimes.
All the time.
But on a Celtics team like that, where he's the 4th, 5th, 6th option,
absolutely.
Yeah, no. We're not doing.
It has turned, Issa.
No,
Issa turned to my side of the town.
No, listen. We not. Has Drew made an All-Star game?
No.
Yes.
No. Yeah, he did when he was in New Orleans. The year he averaged 20 points a game.
Has he averaged over 18 points a game before?
Yes, multiple times.
Okay. So he can score. His primary job is because he is an elite defender. He is actually pretty much recognized as the best on-ball defender in the NBA. Outside of Kawhi, because Kawhi got injured, they actually revere him in that position. So He's actually not just no role player.
Over
He's
Pat
I know,
Beverly.
but I'm talking about having him like as your number 2 scorer.
But that's the thing. That's not necessarily a requirement of him. And I would argue on the Milwaukee Bucks, it wasn't about being the scorer. He was the second best player when they won the championship.
What?
Yeah, because he was defensive minded. He was locked down.
He was better than Chris?
Yes.
What? Are you crazy?
Look, defensively, he was better than Chris. But listen, let me tell you something. We do not win that championship without Chris. When Giannis went down in the Eastern Conference Finals versus the Hawks, Chris turned into Jordan.
Who held them up?
Sir, we're not talking about the Atlanta Hawks. They wasn't supposed to give you no pressure. You're supposed to win without your best player. You're supposed to still be able to win, sir.
But I understand that.
I'm fine with you giving some, because listen, he made the All-Star team, and I think part of that was because he was just riding the coattails of being on the best record team, being next to that star. They kind of gave him some love because they do stuff like that. He would have never made the All-Star team on another team.
Another bad take by Aaron. Chris Middleton.
No, I think he would have.
Wrong.
I think he would have.
They're absolutely wrong. They're 100% wrong. Chris Middleton is
All-Star
not the
team
best player on the team.
Absolutely.
I think he would have, especially pre-injury Chris Middleton. I'm talking about 22, 23 points a game, Chris Middleton.
Listen to what y'all saying. We can find tons of people that's averaging 23 points per game that wouldn't be the second best player on tons of teams. What y'all need to understand is that
Name 3.
You're not serious right now.
Game 3.
I don't want to get sidetracked right now. This is the problem. I'm trying to focus on, because everybody know we can name a bunch of people. Like it's not that hard to find people averaging 22 points a game that you like, nah, that's not them. What you need to understand is Drew Holiday is an elite defender. Most of these teams cannot win without an elite defender. They've kind of already proven that. The only team that actually pulled it off was Denver. And that's because they are so potent offensively running through the big man. But that's it. Drew Holiday is definitely the second best player on that team. Y'all just think scoring means more than defense, and that's why y'all be off and wrong about this.
No, I don't believe scoring means more than defense. I just at that time, Drew is the person that put us over the top to win the championship. That's an undisputed fact. Because when we had Eric Bledsoe in that same position, and even Malcolm Brogdon, we failed.
And Brogdon was good. Brogdon was rookie of the year. I think Brogdon did 50, 40, 90 one year, if I'm not mistaken.
That was with us.
Yeah. I trust me. I know he did really well. And he kind of, once he got traded out, he kind of fizzled out. Like, you know what I mean? He never really materialized back to what he was. But, you know, he had some good years. This is just my opinion. I think that's true. I think it's Drew Holiday, the second best player on that team. That's my opinion. It's going to be hard to argue me off of it. Because Chris Middleton is not a good defender at all.
Yeah, but he's somebody that can give you 30 points if you need him to. That's what Chris Middleton is. You cannot ask Drew Holiday.
Here's the problem. Chris Middleton, go ahead and do that. But you know what you put Drew Holiday on? The best scorer. And he get him big problems. And he going to get his layups, and he going to get his threes in there, and he's going to, sir. So the reason
I wish he would have gave Jimmy problems that was serious. Jimmy beat his head in.
Somebody like Drew Holiday can be a great problem on defense because they don't need his ass to score. That's the only reason. Because he wastes all of his energy playing on the
reason that you don't have to defend is because he's doing all the defense.
No. Because guess what? If you needed Giannis to go ahead and guard the best defense, you just got to ask him not to score. You can't play him on both sides.
So why is Milwaukee giving up all these points if Giannis is there?
That's what I'm saying. So they're not asking Giannis to do that because they need Giannis to score. They need Giannis to punish their best defender, and that's how they win.
You sound
well. I won't even lie. It's not the same team anymore. Like, this is not that same. Say what people want to about Budenholzer. Budenholzer, even if we lose, we would be close. It was always a drag out game with Budenholzer.
That is
very high defensive team.
Thank you. You know what, Issa? You just helped prove my point. And that is the main reason why Milwaukee is not going to win is because of the coach. They got a coach that's going to, he just finds a way to destroy big threes. No matter how good they are, no matter if he have a Hall of Fame big three, he will still find a way to run them down into the ground. So that's the same reason why Joel Embiid is under a lot of pressure because he got rid of a Hall of Fame one-time championship coach, and he better get it together. This is why Joel Embiid has the most pressure to win a championship, and nobody gives a damn what Dame Lillard does, because he got one of the worst, greatest coaches in the world, historically the worst good coach in history, has some of the best players to coach, and he can never get it done. Doc Rivers is the real reason why the Milwaukee Bucks can't win a championship. It had nothing to do with Dame Lillard at all.
I could make an argument against that if I wanted to, but I just don't care to do that today. I'll save it for another day, because I do think Doc is struggling with that team. But I'll save the argument in the future, and you're gonna find out why. But I don't reveal all my cards. Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna put a poll real quick while we move on to the next one. We're gonna put a poll about that one. That was crazy.
Yeah, people just don't look. I understand people only they don't know basketball well enough to really understand.
What's the question again?
Which NBA players under the most pressure? So you could just put Joel, Dame, or other as somebody that people think is somebody else. Because somebody else might have had a different take.
Who's creeping up that list, Aaron?
Let me think. Hold on. It's a couple names. I would say I want to make an argument for Kevin Durant, to be honest with you. I thought about making an argument for Kevin Durant, even though he's already won.
You know what? I totally agree.
I was thinking about
100% agree. Number one, bro, you ain't won nothing since you left Golden State. like I wouldn't even be that mad at him, bro, for what he did if he would have won a title somewhere else other than Golden State. Bro, he ruined that great rivalry that was brewing between the Cavs and the Warriors. He ruined it. Just straight ruined it. Like, once he went there, we all knew, like, okay, that was the first time in NBA history where we was like, okay, don't no other team even have an inkling of a chance unless somebody get injured.
Right, which he did.
Right, and even then, they still went to the finals. So, like,
I think Bronny James is under more pressure than Dame Lillard.
What pressure that man under, man? You got a billionaire dad. You in the league. You ain't under no pressure.
Oh man. Okay. All right.
I'll say Luka.
Yeah.
The pressure is starting to build on Luka. You've been to a championship now. Once you start going to championships, especially if you lose your first one or two, pressure starts building.
Yeah, I say it's building, but I don't think it's there yet. It's building though. For Luka, it's building.
Because he's still young, and then because there's pressure on him. I just think there's players with a little bit more pressure, but I agree it's creeping up on him because he got Kyrie Irving, he got Jason Kidd, who's a phenomenal, brilliant mind out of Oakland, California. So is Dame Lillard, would piss me off. But yeah, it's just it's a couple of players we can mention. I was gonna make an argument about Kevin Durant, but I felt it was better to make one about Dame Lillard just to show the depth in which I can actually show basketball knowledge. the novice people that get caught up in what they get caught up on. But it's a couple players we could mention. I just wanted to test that out. But let me shift a little bit to college football. Which team do you believe? Did he say Bradley Beal and Julius Randle? There ain't no pressure on them to win. Absolutely not. You know what? I will put Sway in timeout for that nonsense. That's little bro, though. I'm gonna let him slide with that. So I want to move to college football for a minute. I want to know, who do y'all have in winning the national championship? Okay, that's what I want to know. Okay, I don't really care about all the playoff teams. I want to know, when it's all said and done, who is going to be hoisting the trophy. Okay, that's what I want to know, and I want your honest truth. I want to know that BS.
Shit, that one threw me full of. Okay, Issa, I got a Shador.
Listen. I gang bang. It's roll tide until I die. I don't care. I don't care. Throwing up big A's.
Oh,
I don't care. We could be 0-8, and I'm still say we gonna win the college football championship.
Man.
But no, if I mean, Oregon's playing real well right now, bro.
Has Oregon ever won before?
Not in a long time.
They've had some good teams, but I can't think if they ever actually won before. Okay, now go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off, brother.
But I'm saying I'm gonna put my weight behind Oregon because, and that don't get me wrong, everybody's fast in college football almost, man. Them young men in their early 20s, everybody's fast.
Okay,
but Oregon, it's the speed, man, and I'm saying the speed amongst all the different positions. The fattest dude on the line is fast on Oregon. You know what I'm saying? It's their speed and their pace that they play with. And that's valuable in college football. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to that playoff. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna pull with Oregon, and also because of their coaching staff, man. They got a lot of people, basically people that you don't know, but that have been around for a while, but you just really don't know them because nobody really talks about them. But they have a solid staff, man, and that speed that they got. I've just seen them blitz teams this year, man. Like every time I tune into them, they're always pounding away on somebody, bro. Like every time I tune in and I just switch the channel, like, okay, I know who's gonna win this one.
Okay. I guess that's fair. I get. What's your take, Aaron? I don't know yet. I gotta really think hard about this. This one's a little bit more difficult for me to parse through.
Aaron look like he gonna say Indiana.
Absolutely not. That would be that'd be something special for Indiana. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that would definitely start to really wake up the eyes on there. If I'm gonna pick right now, it's between a couple teams, but I'm gonna pick one. Now I have to give a qualifier. This is if my Miami Hurricanes don't win, because my expectation is for them to sneak their way into the championship. Okay, but let's just say that don't happen, which is unlikely, and they most likely should sneak their way to the championship and host the trophy. I will pick over, because I think Texas is like the easy pick because they kind of got one of the top QB prospects. I'm going to take Ohio State.
Are you going to take Ohio as well? Okay.
Yeah, if it's not the U, which I believe wholeheartedly it will be the U. But if not, which don't sound right, I would have to go with Ohio State.
I'm going to go with, because I just have to, I'm going with Georgia, God damn it.
The Bulldogs?
I understand they ain't playing too well. They got a couple of losses. But I believe that they have a pretty strong roster. They got some great athletes over there. A lot of the teams that's in the goddamn they came and messed with their third string, in my opinion. And so I think when it comes down to it, they just have the better athletic ability to win this thing. And I don't know why 100%, but my eye test tells me, even though they have losses, I'm going with Georgia.
That's an interesting pick. My dog Tone says there's no great team in college football. I kind of agree. I don't think there's any team where you like, oh my God, like they are just dominant. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of understand what he means, because the last few years it's kind of been teams like that, the Georgias, the Bamas. I just think Ohio State gonna sneak one out. Like,
is that why you're saying because they beat Penn State?
It's just because it's certain teams that just like everybody overlooked them, even though they're ranked high by the pundits. The rest of us just be like, no, it got to be Bama. You know what I mean? It's like I think people overlooking just how good of a program Ohio State actually is, and I just think they might sneak it because there's just really no great team, really. Like, and I'm talking about pure dominance where you like nobody's gonna be able to beat them. Everybody can kind of be had. So,
and I also think it's the quarterback for me too.
I
think Georgia quarterback is a lot better. I think he's better than the Texas quarterback.
You think the Georgia quarterback is better than the Texas quarterback?
I think so. Yes, I think so. My eye test says that he's a better quarterback.
Absolutely not.
He's a better quarterback than him. I'm pretty sure we'll have to look it up. Hopefully somebody can stat. I'm pretty sure he probably threw more yards than Texas. I think he's just better from what I see. Georgia's have a better quarterback. Even Penn State quarterback is not as good as the Georgia's quarterback, in my opinion. I think he's also going to go very high in the rankings, in my opinion. I think he will. I think he's going to go higher than what's that young man name that you talking about? What's that young man name from Texas?
You talk. Wait, what you talking about right now?
The quarterback. What is his name?
Oh, okay.
Quinn, right? His name is Quinn.
Yeah,
Quinn. I think he's really. I think Quinn is good. But I just like the Georgia. I like him a little bit better. I think he's just a little bit better of a quarterback. Even though I wouldn't say he's the top, but I like the Georgia quarterback a little bit better. I like Carson.
Yeah. I think Ohio State not having one of those top elite quarterbacks
is a problem.
Is actually might work to their benefit, because a lot of times we think that you always have to have that. But if you look back at Michigan when they won, he's not that guy. So I just look at it differently. I understand. It's just that's my sneak peek if my Hurricanes don't win it. But I do believe my Hurricanes will figure out a way to pull it out. It's going to be difficult because they try to destroy us and they try to eliminate our program, all because people want to give us some chicken so we can make sure we get players. And now everybody get chicken and get players. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting, and we'll see as we get closer and closer to the CFP and everything. But yeah, okay.
And y'all got a hell of a quarterback too. Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question. Now that we got all this chicken coming in, right?
There's some chicken.
Who do you think, and this is all throughout history, who do you think would have made the most money from this NIL?
Reggie Bush.
Reggie?
Probably Reggie.
I gotta take. I'm gonna say Tebow.
Wow, he was.
Tebow would have made buku cash.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, he was popular.
But you gotta understand, Tebow came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody. I don't think none of us thought that he was gonna be that. Because if I'm not mistaken, he was sitting. Was he sitting behind Chris Leak at first?
He was.
Yeah. So. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a good one, Sway. That's a really good one. Cam is a good one as well. It's all just some guesses out there. I just think Reggie was something else, man. He was special there. So and then
he's also a thief, right? He stole it, like he kind of like cheated.
No. Watch the disrespect, man. Watch the disrespect.
They tried to play my man. They tried to play, man.
I just want to know if that what we doing. We backing up cheaters now. Just wanted to know.
No, they gave it back to him. Though.
He didn't cheat.
I was just curious. I wasn't sure. Listen. It can't be called cheating if they take your Heisman and then be like, you know what, my bad. We wasn't even supposed to do that. Here you go, man.
No, the only reason they felt embarrassed because he still is a very good player. But
no, they was embarrassed because they doing slave culture and they realized we can't get away from it no more. We got to pay these people what they worth, their own liking and all that stuff. And they like, yeah, we messed up. It's the same thing when we celebrate Columbus Day. But like 10 years ago, Columbus Day was Columbus Day. Now it's Indigenous People Day. Now all of a sudden, 10 years ago, people wake up and go, oh, he got rid of a lot of people. He tried to exterminate the world. Oh, y'all didn't know that 20 years ago?
Absolutely
so no, revision is history, sir. We don't rock like that. We don't rock like that.
So speaking of dope ass quarterbacks,
yeah.
What are we saying? Who is going? Who you got as your top quarterbacks coming out of college? Because I have my mental list. I already kind of suggested towards some already. I believe personally that I believe his name is Beck. His last name is Beck, Carson Beck. I believe that's his name. I believe he's better than the Texas quarterback. I can't pronounce his last name. Quinn.
Wait. No. See, we on the hot seat, sir. We don't do this talk around. Mike Vick is a good one too. I'm gonna ask the question outright, okay? And we'll go to the hot seat first, okay? Because you use a host, so hot seat got to handle the business first. If you were the GM of the team with the number 1 pick, okay, and you're going for a quarterback, because at this point, that's all everybody's going for, especially if you got the number 1 pick, you most likely going for a quarterback at this point. Or who is the number 1 quarterback to be drafted first? Who do you guys have as a top QB prospect and should be the first one taken off the board?
Exactly.
Come on now, you in the hot seat.
This is a hard one. Man. I'm not even gonna lie, man. Statistically, I would say Ward.
Oh,
my man.
And this is why I say it.
Of course, that's the man now.
His decision making. It's so many quarterbacks that come into the league and got the physical talent. You know, they got the arm strength. They got fast legs. But 2 things mess them up when they reach the NFL. Decision making and situational awareness.
It's a great observation. I like it.
That young dude got both. He got both. There was a play this year where this dude took a sack, and I think he took the sack on purpose to give himself more room to work with, because they were trying to score and get into the end zone about 2-3 times, and it was almost like he seen it wasn't working. Like, no, bro, I need more room. The way their short yard defense is set up, I'm not gonna get in like this. So let me go ahead and eat this sack, give myself more room. The next play, bam, touchdown. And then he was jogging to the sideline smiling. And I'm like, dude, you butthole, you did that on purpose. You took that sack on purpose. Because I do it in the video game all the time.
Stop trying to act like you the video game savant now. No, you doing good.
Listen, brother, I do this, brother. My hands is gold. I got the Midas touch. Don't.
It is a little difficult to argue against Cam. Well, I think he probably got the most yards out of all the quarterbacks that is up there in the joint, and he had the most touchdowns. So he has a strong arm, very strong arm, and he has a beautiful ability to extend plays. And that was a interesting one that you gave an example for. So even though I believe Cam is phenomenal, and I don't think you got to also believe that he's going to go to either where Giants, Carolina, Cleveland. Is he going to play good in one of those teams, right? So he most likely Cleveland probably going to get it, which is weird that they got, Deshaun Watson paid the most money for that goddamn man, right? So it goes Cleveland, Carolina. Who else? The Giants got a chance to get a top first pick. I'm not sure who else, but he will look good on Cleveland.
It's funny you mentioned the Giants. They're the Bucks of the NBA.
Damn.
They gave their opposition exactly what they needed.
Damn. That's crazy, but that is kind of true. So, Aaron, what you got? Who you got? You on with your...
what's so funny, right? If you look at the top, 3-4 draft prospects of college QBs and everything,
who is
this is so funny. When you look at Shador, when you look at Cam, when you look at Quinn Edwards, even if you go to dude in Alabama, what's his name? Jalen, right? And even the other guy in LSU, what is his damn name? I can't never pronounce it. I'm gonna just say his first name, Garrett, right? They all the same height. They all 6'2". Every last one of them are 6'2". It's kind of ridiculous for that to exist, because when you're trying to find somebody that's slightly better at this, you look for the measurables and stuff like they're like 6'2" is like the prototype at this point. It's kind of weird, right? But for me, I watch a lot of Cam Ward, so I have a little bit more tape on him. But I've watched a lot of Shedeur as well. For me, those are the top two. I think those are the first two that should go off the board. If it's me, yeah, no, I'm not saying that. Oh, yeah, see, he about to be mad because he from down and leave me alone. You ain't in the hot seat. I don't want to hear it. No, that's my brother. I will. Shedeur is so poised under pressure. Like when I watch him, his ability to lead his receiver to guide them. He doesn't throw at them. He throws where they're going. His anticipation, his poise to get smacked, because he gets sacked almost more than anybody, right? Mm-hmm. And he just keep getting up. He keep firing. I'm impressed. He has access to Tom Brady. So Tom Brady taught him some things. I personally believe Cam Ward is a little bit more sharp. Like his game is a little bit more refined to me from what I've watched. So many times he's playing from behind. So many times we winning. If the ball's in his hands and it's college football, we win in that game. We pretty much won almost all the games when it come down to the last couple minutes of the game. We within a touchdown. He pretty much has delivered almost every game. All right, nobody's perfect, so nobody's gonna have it. So I believe there's a slight edge to Cam Ward just because his poise is remarkable. Watching him, he looked like he never fazed by nothing. Like we down 21 in the fourth quarter. He like, we got this. Like he's just special. But show is Shedeur. I think there's a little bit of the aura that hits Shedeur because it's rare to see somebody who comes from the greatest cornerback to ever play the game, in my estimation. For that to be your dad and the expectation that comes with that, and you're still been able to perform at that level, I'm insanely impressed. But I give the slight edge to Cam Ward. But if we're talking about who's going off the board first, it depends if Deion is involved, because there's a little bit of LeBron James effect where now a lot of fathers are kind of having influence if they coaching their kids. So. But I just got Cam Ward slightly edging Shedeur. But if you look at most pundits' rankings, I think they have Shedeur as the number one coming off the board and Cam 2. But if you look at Cam's what he's actually done, he is the number one QBR. When you take everything in accordance with running, rushing touchdowns, passing touchdowns, he has the number one QBR in all of college football. So I have a slight edge with him. I don't even look at it as a bias. I mean, because if my team is trash, they trash. I ain't got time to play. I just look at it like you really can't miss with both. I think they both got star on them. Like I really do. But I think for Cam, it might be a little easier because his dad is not Deion Sanders. So, we'll see. But I got slightly edging Cam a little bit in between those two players.
Okay, that's we can't really. I think if we was to look up the numbers, I didn't look up the numbers, but I think Cam got them on passing yardage and touchdowns. I'm not,
but this is the thing. That's not even important to me, right? Because a lot of times it's can you play, because it's like when you out there, how does it look? And to me, Cam Ward, hands down, nobody else has the command over the offense the way he do. They look at him like he the man. They look at him like, lead us to victory. Now, Shedeur, don't get me wrong. He is poised. He's all that. I don't see his team do that same thing with him. I'm not saying that he's not great, but I don't see the team be looking at him like, lead us to. I don't see that. He's just able to do it. And it's a slight distinction there because I watched probably a little bit more of Cam Ward, but when we down, they look at him different. And he just always.
I think so it seems like we are all kind of congruent. Shedeur should be watched very closely. I think it matters what team. I'll feel bad for Cam or Shedeur. They got to go to Carolina.
Oh, that's a good point. Where you go, where you land could ruin you.
It could ruin you.
Yeah, Yeah. Like we talked about it the other night. Caleb got to get out of Chicago. He got to get out of Chicago. Well, first of all, who want to be in Chicago? let's just be honest. Look,
hey, man. Hey, don't disrespect my whole state like that, bro. Don't disrespect the whole city, bro.
Listen. Little Dirk don't even want to be in Chicago. Sir.
Goddamn.
Leave me alone.
Hey, listen. And also, I believe that if one of those two brothers, if they was to go to Cleveland, I think they would look very good.
They got a defense.
I think they have a good chance.
Yeah, they got a defense and a running back.
And they got a running back.
Yeah.
I will say this about Shedeur.
I don't know who else. I know the Giants. The Giants might not look too good for Shedeur.
No, you don't want to go there. You want to go to New York. Listen, you only go to New York if you want to get beat up. If you into getting beat up, that's your thing. That's your kink. You go to New York. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to give the edge.
No.
I just want to say there's an edge for Shedeur, and this is the reason why.
Okay, go ahead.
There's just certain things because of the kind of man that his dad is. There's certain things that I don't have to worry about with Shedeur versus other players. He's going to have a more inside track of how things work and how he should carry himself versus other players. You know what I'm saying? Because Prime don't play that. I'm not saying Ward ain't got that in his life too, but we know how Prime is. We know Prime's work ethic while he was in the league. We know the work ethic that he installed in Shedeur.
Sir.
Yeah, it don't have nothing to do with his son.
His work ethic is not his son's work ethic. They ain't the same thing.
I understand that, but no offense, the apple don't fall far from the tree. Listen, that Shedeur didn't get like that on his own. Pops was there every step of the way, pointing him in the right direction. Now he had to put in the work. Don't get me wrong.
Okay,
but having Prime as your pops is a big plus.
So listen. Let me tell you where that could actually hurt him. A lot of NFL teams may not want to deal with his dad. They may not want that somebody that come in with that extra spotlight on him and all that extra stuff, and his dad coming in negotiating on his behalf and getting too involved. Some people don't want that. That actually could work against him. How's that a horrible take?
Because majority of the teams will love for Dion to be there and bring some eyeballs to the team because they have horrible attention.
You ain't listen to what I said, did you?
I did too. Yes, you said some teams, but you talking about maybe whoever Bill Belichick team is, but goddamn,
you really don't understand.
Some teams,
sir. Billionaires don't like to be told what to do, sir. They don't. They run things. This is my team. This is why Jerry Jones like, I'll run this dang team into the ground before I let anybody else tell me what to do. So what my point being is there are some teams that are just, they don't like Dion.
Not when you are winning billionaire. When you are winning billionaire, you are going to hire the people that is going to push you in the right direction. You say, hey, listen, I got the money, but I'm going to trust your expertise. The reason why I'm hiring you is because I believe in your expertise, and they're going to give somebody here, take it and lead down the right direction, but don't get it twisted. I got the dollars. I'm going to whoop your ass if anything goes wrong, and you're going to get up out of here. Not like Jerry Jones, that thing. He's a coach. He's a goddamn football player, and he also a dick measurer as well, too, clearly, because him and Jamie Foxx were talking about how big people beans are. This is why Jerry is horrible.
It's ridiculous, man.
It is ridiculous.
I'm sick of you, man. I'm sick. We are 100% switching the show, y'all. I don't know what it's gonna do. I don't know what else we're gonna come up with, but Bad Take Sharon is definitely looking like he's making the Hall of Fame. All right, this guy special. This guy is special.
Quarterbacks.
Yes. No. Don't do that yet. We're not going there yet. No, we're not going there yet. Because before I even jump to that, because what's today? Wednesday. Before I jump to that, I want to get into the Tyson and the Paul kid that they got a fight coming up real soon, right? What's his name?
Jake Paul's name.
Jake Paul. It's so many Pauls. RuPaul. I don't know these people. Okay. But he got a fight coming up against Tyson. I think I read somewhere Tyson getting 20 M's and he getting 40 M's. That's like, I ain't saying I'm shocked because I understand the business, but I'm like, dang, could you imagine in a world where Mike Tyson gets less money than a person that is not even technically a real professional boxer, technically? You get what I'm saying?
But Mike been out the game for some years. Number one.
Listen,
not just some years, it's 20 years to be exact.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson haven't had a
The
fight
pause
in
is
20
big
years.
business right now.
He
Not only is both
58
brothers
years old.
boxing, the one brother just came off a 6-month run as United States champion in WWE. They big business right now.
That's funny. I mean, that is big business, right? Because at least when the WWE went to Dallas to do an event there, they put curtains so the actual people that is fighting, they could see. Unlike CD Lamb, he couldn't see because they don't want to put a curtain, right? So, but here's the thing. I think the Tyson and Paul thing is very interesting because it shows that somebody like Paul, even though he's not a ranked boxer, he is pretty solid of a fighter. He is a big boy. He can hit hard. And it goes to show that if you can market yourself, it will pay you more to market yourself as a goddamn boxer instead of waiting on promotions to give you the goddamn reins to promotion. And you can make more money than professional boxers because a lot of professional boxers they don't even seen $1 million fight, especially a $40 million fight. Where it's only you and one other fight is crazy. It's only 2 fights is even being promoted. That's wild. And you find
Jake get knocked out. I believe Jake is going to get knocked out.
Wow.
I really do. I really do.
Old man.
Yeah, listen, let me tell you something. Can I tell you something?
Please.
I went to a Mike Tyson camp in Philly about 4 years ago. Mike's a Muslim, and I've met the brother multiple times. Okay.
I ain't never seen you in Brownsville.
Now, you wouldn't see me, brother, because all I hang around is Shias. But I volunteered to get hit by Tyson with a body pad on. Bro, I don't know if you've ever been hit so hard, bro, that you fart, bro. I don't know if that's ever happened to you, bro. It only happened to me when Tyson hit me in the body pad, bro. Like, bro, listen.
Was it the front, the side? What was it?
Front.
Right in the middle?
Front, right below the solar plex. When I say, bro, not only did I fart, I felt the energy from the punch end up in my toes.
Damn.
Now, he wasn't even being serious. It was just a nice little love tap, a nice little stiff little hook real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just showing everybody, showing the kids and stuff like that. My dumb ass, I want to be the test dummy. You know what I'm saying? But right then and there, I'm like, bro, if this is this man's love tap,
yikes.
What kind, you know what I'm saying? We've seen it on the TV, but to experience it, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because he's 58 don't mean nothing. The only chance Jake has is to prolong the fight. He has to make it go the distance, try to tire Tyson out. But if he just go up in there, bro, off muscle memory alone, Tyson will hit him with a 7-hit combo. Just off muscle memory.
How much you
muscle
weigh?
Memory from 30 years ago.
How much you weigh, Issa?
Me, I'm 285.
Oh. So it ain't
I play football, brother.
So it wasn't the size that you still felt it and it made you fart with 285. So that says a lot.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, that man is an animal. Like he was explaining. When they asked him why he don't train no more. When they first asked him, he said, man, because that the animal's inside me, and if I get to training again, he comes out to the forefront. And sometimes I can't hold him back. So that's why I get in so much trouble, because I let the animal out. So I stopped training.
You better stop before he make you fart again, all right?
That's wild. We got somebody that's actually been beat up by Mike Tyson on the show. That's wild.
That is wild.
No, I wouldn't even say beat up, bro. I got one love tap, bro. One love tap, bro. One.
So wait,
and that one love tap, what was he? 4 years ago? What was he? Late?
54.
Yeah, 54, 53, something like that.
54.
Bro, that kind of power, bro. Like I said, the power is the last thing to go. That's why George Foreman was able to become heavyweight champion at 45 years old. When you rely on power as a boxer, listen, you swing all you want to, young man. Yeah, whoop me. Go ahead. Test this chin. If I hit your ass one time, I'm gonna turn your clock off.
I think Tyson definitely has a puncher's chance. That's without a doubt. But I just think that youthfulness of Jake and the busyness that he's gonna hopefully, if he's smart, he's gonna have to perform to even make it a fight to go past. And I believe also Mike is gonna take it easy on him. I don't think Mike is gonna literally try to knock him out. I think Mike knows that he's on like we seen him when he fought Roy Jones. He took it easy on Roy. If he wanted to, he probably could have knocked Roy out, but he took it very easy on Roy. And I think he's going to do the same thing to Jake. He do not want to end that young man's career because he know how much money that man can make, and he just respect that he is even bringing so much attention to his sport by bringing a $60 million purse without ever stepping into a professional fight. It's a 2-minute round. We might as well call DJ Hamp. Hey, Hamp, set this up.
Okay, I can't listen to this nonsense no more. So neither of you think Jake Paul got a chance?
Not in
well, he has a chance. I just say he didn't have a chance.
No, he does
think
not
Mike
have
is
a
gonna pull it
chance
out.
unless Mike Tyson allow him to have a chance. That is it.
So just to be clear, you believe that if you got into a fight with somebody that's 30 years older than you, that they could beat you? 30 years.
Beat me? No.
Yes.
Beat Mike Tyson?
No, sir. Listen. Let's say you 20, 24, 25, 26 years old. Somebody's damn near 30 years older, you 56 years old, right? I'm not good at math. Obviously, that's why we broke. You telling me you believe that you would get whooped by somebody 30 years your senior?
If we was playing basketball and I played Michael Jordan, he's 30 years older than me, I would believe Mike has got a good chance of winning. Yes.
Okay.
It depends on the person.
Do you think Michael Jordan?
Because look, like I'm gonna keep it real with you. My father's 40 years older than me, bro. He's 40 years older than me. He's in the 70s.
Your daddy?
Listen. Let me tell you
just
something.
Say it, man. Go ahead and say it.
Same
problem. My father was a boxer in the Marines, and he was a boxer in the Marines when it was still very, very racist. You know what I'm saying? That's the way he used to get his anger out from the racism.
Sir, you just told me today you 35.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Look. Let me tell you something.
I'm 35 years old. 45,
I understand that.
85,
listen,
55,
my father has 14.
You get knocked out by a 75-year-old man.
Let me tell you something. My father has 14 hand-to-hand combat kills, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. It's a little different, bro. I'm not. Listen, I probably can whoop my father. What I'm saying is, if he catch me, I'm in trouble.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If he catch me,
so we want to make sure we understand. You got to pick a position here, right? Are you saying Jake Paul is going to lose to Mike Tyson?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm saying that Mike Tyson can beat Jake, but I think Mike Tyson is going to take a dive to save that young man's career so he can make more money, is my opinion. Jake Paul do not have a boxer's chance to beat Mike Tyson, but since Mike Tyson is a much nicer guy nowadays, he's going to allow Jake Paul to win so he can fight and make another $40 million. Aaron O, what is your take? And please, you've been on a roll with bad takes tonight. Please, give me a good one.
Man, you are almost an embarrassment. Okay, you're almost an embarrassment. Okay, if I didn't love your family so much, I'd be embarrassed to know you. Okay, listen here. This is what it's gonna be. All right, the way I see this fight is very, very simple. You got an old, washed up boxer who bite people ears when they losing. Wow. Let me see here. Hey, don't interrupt me when I'm cooking.
Oh my God.
Okay? Sit your butt in
you
your
hurt
house
my feelings.
and wait your turn, okay? You got an old man okay? 50 plus years old. He might be 60. He might walk around with a cane. I don't know, okay?
He do.
All right, that's what I thought. He going up against somebody. Look up how old Jake Paul is for me, okay?
He only 27.
27. Okay, perfect. All right,
58 and 27.
So we got a 58-year-old man who probably need to get his diapers changed by an assistant, okay? And we got a 27-year-old mega superstar, social media sensation, money getting magnet, okay?
Wow.
And he is also undefeated. If I'm not mistaken, has Jake Paul been beaten? Sharon Gracie, answer the question. Has Jake Paul been beaten? Yes or no, to your knowledge?
I think he lost. Hold on, let me see. I think he lost one.
Hold
on, let me see. Let me see.
Yeah, look that up because I mean I don't really be all on social media like that, so I can concede.
Yeah, he lost one fight. He 10-1. He lost against Tommy Fury.
Who?
Tommy Fury, Tyson Fury, little brother.
That was an exposition game. I don't try.
No.
Hey. All right. You got it. Okay, that's fine. So 10-1. Mike Tyson is like 46 and 7 or 8 losses, right? So
professional fights, by the way.
Yeah, pull up Mike Tyson's record for me, somebody. Yeah, pull up that record.
No, we're not gonna pull up his record.
I'm getting his record.
His record is not bad at all.
All right, so you said what?
His record is not bad at all.
His record is not. Is it Floyd Mayweather spotless?
No.
But Floyd avoided a lot of fights too.
I don't want to hear nothing about avoiding.
But listen, Mike Tyson was 50-6 with 44 knockouts. Okay. That's not a bad record at all.
No, that's not bad. He a professional. We listen.
And then you gotta look at it too, Aaron. About 3-4 of those losses came within the last like 20-30 years.
And plus we can't
late in his career.
And plus, we can't count the one when they cheated him with Buster Douglas. We can't count that one.
That's I wouldn't. No, listen. He got cheated with Buster Douglas, so we can't I'm a Mike Tyson fan.
And also, we can't count the first one when he was getting headbutted when the other fighter thought they was in a UFC fight with no rules.
Holyfield was headbutting. Tyson kept telling the ref. Everybody know Tyson got an anger problem.
At least 2 we can't count. And then the one with the other person that he fought when he was on drugs to suppress his real anger and animal emotion, that it was so much that he wiped the sweat and blood off his opponent's head and said, "I'm sorry for making you bleed." So at least 3 fights that was Lennox Lewis he fought. And they had him on so many damn drugs. He thought he was a goddamn Gandhi. He forgot he was Iron Mike Tyson. So at least 3 of those fights we can't even count.
Well, I look at Mike Tyson's career in 2 different phases. Because to this day, the greatest boxer that I've ever seen put on a pair of gloves is Customato Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, when the white man was around, was nothing to be played with. Nothing to be played with. Because that was his father figure. And that's what kept him on the straight and narrow for so long. He didn't start losing until the white dude died and he started messing around with drugs and women and all of that. While Customato was alive and had him on the straight and narrow to where only thing he did was eat, sleep, and breathe boxing, Mike Tyson was unbeatable. Yeah. That's the greatest boxer I've ever seen put on a pair of gloves. Customato Mike Tyson.
Yeah, as far as I know, you got revisionist history, okay? Because you just told me that he got beat a bunch of times, all right? And unless the white man died or something.
He did. He died. He died right before the Buster Douglas. What did he die?
All right, well, look, everybody ain't gonna get no white Jesus, all right? So look, let's get back to the point, okay? So we got old podcast rocking Michael Tyson, okay? We're gonna say his whole government.
Iron Mike.
It ain't no damn Iron Mike, okay?
But that's Iron Mike, brother.
He's former Iron Mike, okay? He don't get
okay, would you fight him? Would you fight him?
Hey, look, sir. Listen, sir. If Mike Tyson want to go ones with me, that's his decision, sir. It's his decision. Listen. I'm gonna just tell you now. I recommend to him not to do that. I recommend. Listen. I recommend.
No, brother, he 50-something years old, brother.
Sir, listen, I'm gonna go just like this. I'm gonna put my hands up like this and say, "Sir, I'm not fighting you, sir. You hit me. I'm suing you for every goddamn penny."
No, brother. Listen, brother.
Yeah.
How old is you, Aaron?
Hey, I'm 71.
No, now you said
I died my grave. You can't tell. All right, look. So let's stay on track here. You trying to throw me off track. All right. So look, we got Iron Mike. I'll give y'all the Iron Mike. Okay. I'll put some respect on his name because I did like watching his fights. Okay. So we got Iron Mike Tyson with the Walker. Most recently known for his last fight. Did he win his last fight?
Mike, yeah, he beat Roy Jones.
No. That's an exposition match. I want his actual last fight professionally. Did he win that fight, sir?
Yeah.
Who was it against, sir?
Roy Jones.
No, that was not a professional fight, and you know it was not sanctioned, sir. You do that one more time, we're gonna kick you off your own show, sir. Answer the question, okay? Did he win his last sanctioned fight? Okay, professionally.
I don't believe so.
He got because listen,
I gotta look it up. I gotta make
I'm looking up right now.
Was forced to lean back. So anyway, the point being is this, okay? He's most recently known because nobody watched that little exposition. Because remember, the other dude was forced to lean back. Fat Joe, he was want to fight Fat Joe. So the point being is that, okay, Iron Mike. Last time I remember him, he come off a big L. Because me versus you're gonna take a big L, right? So he coming off a big L. He coming against one of the YouTube special sensations of all the land, and Mike Tyson is going against the young. I seen the footage of the youngster training. By the way, that boy was
what?
Yeah, so I look.
Did you see the footage of Tyson training?
So just listen, sir. Because Mike Tyson training, I think they speed up the footage with him. So Mike Tyson, right? So look at this is what it is. So Mike Tyson, you feel he a little bit older now. He like 50-some years old. He getting in the ring. He got his walking chair. He probably got some diapers, assistant, got a podcast. He about to make $20 million. And he's gonna walk into that ring with a nice, young, sensational, super mega star getting his chicken and knocking ex-professional athletes out. That's what he do. The first person he gave the twinkle toes to was Nate Robinson. He thought he was at the crossroads. You know what I mean? With Bone Thugs.
Nate Robinson, bro. Nate Robinson, bro. I'll knock Nate Robinson out, bro.
And see, there we go. See that's your ego talking, sir.
I'm just keeping it real, bro. I knocked Nate out, bro. No problem.
Y'all some disrespectful people. So I don't put my hands on nobody. I'm a respectful human being. Okay. So with that being said, when Iron Mike Tyson get back in shape, because he been working out, and he get in that ring with a young kid that don't play. He actually been putting work in year over year. Some that ain't even natural to him. He had to learn. When Iron Mike Tyson get in that ring with Jake the Superstar Paul, he is, man, I can't believe I have to say this. Damn. I can't believe I have to say this. When Iron Mike Tyson gets in that ring with Jake Paul on whatever day it is, he is gonna knock him out, okay? Ain't nobody beating Iron Mike Tyson. What's wrong with y'all? Mike Tyson gonna knock that boy clean out, and he gonna take his money and say, thank you very much, okay? That's what's gonna happen. What y'all thought I was gonna say? What y'all thought I was gonna say about Iron Mike? No, Iron Mike gonna knock that boy out. It's gonna be ugly for him. It's gonna be a bad day for him, sir. That's all I can tell you. He picked the wrong one.
Definitely.
Wait, did you see somebody put in the comments? They said Tyson is overrated. He didn't have technical skills of Ali and Mayweather. Sir, I don't know what you were watching growing up, but all I know is you talking about technical skills. Sir, it requires technical skills to even do the peekaboo style of boxing.
Yeah, no, he was he was a beast.
It was offense. The peekaboo style of boxing is offense, but at the same time, defense. That's why it's called the peekaboo. He popping in and out, in and out. That's why he trained up under that tape like that, in and out, in and out. If you watch Tyson's early fights, bro, nobody really touched him. He bobbed and weaved everything.
Yeah, I agree. He definitely did. He was definitely a technical boxer. I do got some video of Jake Paul legs shaking because just the thought of saying Mike Tyson name, his legs just start shaking. So he don't have a chance really. But I think Mike Tyson is going to allow that young man to win so he can make some more money, so he can get another $40 million.
Mike Tyson is not a shrewd businessman. Stop that.
Absolutely.
If Mike Tyson lose, it ain't gonna be a second fight. I'm gonna tell you that now.
And also, you know,
that
Mike
kid
Tyson
is gonna run away like I knocked out Tyson. He's not gonna be no second fight, bro.
Mike Tyson feels a certain way because he also gave Jake Paul his very first boxing match. Jake Paul very first fight was under a Mike Tyson card 10 years ago. So they have a little history. Mike is gonna feel bad. He's like, hey, I don't really want to end your career since I started it. I want your career to keep on flourishing. I paid you $10,000 to fight then, and now I'm making sure you make $40 million or more. And I want you to keep on succeeding. You're young. You're only 27. I don't want to end your career. My career is over. I'm just happy I can still make millions of dollars off this shit. That's why
I bump that. I'm knocking you out. I got a point to prove to the world. I'm still Mike. I want the world to know and see that at 58, I knocked this 27-year-old in shape big dude out. I want the world to see it. So it go down. That's why we love George Foreman so much. Bro, he came back at 45. 45. How old was Michael Moore? Like 25, 26? And knocked out the young man.
Yeah, he was young at the time. And he was a champion. Yeah, that was kind of crazy when he knocked him out as well. That was wild.
And I don't think Jake has ever been hit like that before. I don't think in none of his fights, Jake has took a true power punch from a head, like a true power punch.
But at the same time, that was a professional fight, 3-minute rounds, and Mike was whooping George's ass also. So, you know. So
well, they never fought.
I'm talking about George when he beat that young boy.
Oh, you talking about Michael Moore?
Yeah, when he hit with that 1-2, pat, pat. He got tired.
I gotta time it. That's it. When I'm old, I'll let you swing. Yeah, you done busted my eye open, my lip busted, all that, cut on my cheek.
But
as
Jake
soon
is taller.
as you get comfortable.
I think Jake is a bigger man too, technically. He's taller.
Yeah, Tyson's short. Tyson like what, 5'10" or something like that?
I can't believe you used to call that shit.
Wait. So wait, you think he's a bigger man because he's taller? That don't make you bigger. Pause.
For sure, that does it. Especially
but he is a big dude. I'm talking about like shoulder wide. Jake is a big dude.
Okay. I can see that. So Sharon, I guess this is unanimous. Mike Tyson gonna hurt that boy. I guess. Okay, let me ask y'all this before we move on. Do y'all think we believe that because Jake Paul's a white boy and we naturally don't think black people can get beat up by white boys? I'm just asking if there's like a bias, like because I'm being serious because some people really believe that, like, nah, ain't no chance. Like with the Tyson Fleury thing versus Deontay Wilder at the time, nobody was believing that. You know what I'm saying?
I think a little bit plays a part to that, but I think the main problem, I think it's just very small about the whole Jake Paul being a white boy versus a black man thing. I think it's a very small perspective that people have with that. I think that whole great white hope thing is kind of gone now, especially with basketball being with so many white stars, and now the NFL got so many black quarterbacks. I think that whole black man, white man thing in sports is pretty much done in America.
Okay. I just had to throw it out there and see if that was
I think it is legit.
Yeah, I gotta agree with him. I don't, because when it comes, especially in combat sports, man, race don't mean a thing in combat sports. Yeah. Although racially, if you just tell me like, okay, it's gonna be this person and he fighting this person and he from Dagestan, I'd be like, ooh, I might have to go with the Dagestan brother. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, if it's a wrestling match, they grappling each other. Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to a fighting, and that brother from out them Caucasus Mountains, you know what I'm saying? I would go with the Caucasus Mountains brother, man. You know, certain cultures you will go with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you
just
go with
like, hey, if we finna have a sumo wrestling match, right? And you tell me it's a Japanese dude over here, and it's a black dude over here. I don't care that you black. You about to get your ass slammed around.
That's a strong possibility.
Ridiculous, man.
Hey, what is your thoughts with all these goddamn? Let's shift it over. I want to get into because you know the NBA they got a real problem on their hands, in my opinion, Aaron. They have a problem with keeping people healthy. All of these young players, they are injured way more than ever. I think the reason why is because they allow them to rest too much. They are not pushing them physically so they could be prepared for the end game and what these moves is going to be like. Back in the day when Michael Jordan was punching people in the face, they was doing 2-a-days. They was having real workouts before they even stepped foot into the preseason game. Now they're using preseason game as warm up to the season. And then when they get in that season and goddamn Joel Embiid, he trying to play defense on somebody that got some new moves and they doing step backs and they doing and that knee is not going to be able to keep up. Like I told you yesterday, he should not have played against the Knicks. He should have took these next 3 games. He should have waited and play a team that's going to be less demanding on his body, so he can actually be acclimated for the sport. Because you need to get in shape before you get into basketball shape, and they taking it way too easy on these players in the preseason time or the off season, I should say.
Is there a question, sir?
Yes. Why? Or how is the NBA going to clean up their injury list? How are they going to do this?
I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't think.
Tell the truth.
Stop
because
happening, sir.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So,
but I do understand what he's saying because we had less medical technology back then.
So you mean to tell me
compared to now?
You say
and them dudes, they playing more. They played more. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's so rare.
Let me make sure I understand what you're saying. You're saying that the dudes played more back in the days.
Yeah.
So
like plenty of people playing 82 games.
So that's why it was less injuries.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I think you're right. Because I see all those dudes, and don't get me wrong, it is some people from back in the day that got injured and their career wasn't what it was supposed to be. Because Ron Harper is one. But a lot of those dudes, when you look at the games played, most of those dudes back then, other than freak injuries, most of them played 75, 80 games every season. Now, bro, it's so many players, bro. You look at their games played and it'd be like 60. You're like, dang, bro, like what's wrong, bro? And then I look at Anthony Davis, like, bro, like, what's wrong, bro? Like, I feel like me at my weight size, if I bumped into Anthony Davis wrong, he'd get injured.
Well, I mean, you are 285, so yeah, that's possible.
Hey, brother, hey, watch it, brother. But no, I'm just saying, like, seriously, like, it's a lot of injury-prone people now, and I don't get it. Like, we got better medical technology, we got better food knowledge, we got better. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think it's injury-prone. I think they are not preparing their bodies to play on a real basketball level sport, right? Because when Zion goes into the Pelican practice facility, they're gonna take it easy on them. But when you go and you hit that television and you playing against your op, they ain't take it easy. They're gonna hit you with the hardest move they can. They want to try to dunk on you. They want to cross you over. They want to hit you with a real screen, and your body, your hamstring is not prepared to make those goddamn moves that you mentally can make, but your body physically can't make it for you. And then that's why he has a pulled hamstring. That's why Joel Embiid knees ain't moving the way how it's supposed to move. This is why they are always in injury reserve, because they are not playing and preparing their bodies for basketball anymore. They need to do something about it. The NBA, There's way too many games missed by the stars. These people paying good money. Some people only could go to a game once in a lifetime, especially if it's talking about some LeBron James or Steph Curry. Those tickets are ridiculous. They are insane, actually, to go see LeBron James. That same seat that you bought last week to go see I don't know who, Detroit, the Pistons, is $75. You go see LeBron, it's $3,000. Same seat. It's insane.
Yeah. I don't think there's really much you can do about it. I think the league is doing as much as they can to keep players healthy. They've removed a lot of back-to-backs that they used to have back in the day. There's a lot more rest days than there ever has been. There's more medical information. I think they're doing the most that they can. I mean, sometimes this is a like, it's a very fast sport, jumping up and down. Twitch muscles needed because you're going left to right, lateral, all these things, blocking shots, anticipating getting ran over. There's a lot that's going on. So I don't think they'll be able to stop it. And shout out to J Hub in the building. Anthony Davis did play a lot of games last year. It's just sometimes stuff happens. I really don't see that as a solve, bro. I don't see that. I don't think it's an actual problem because it's not something that can be fixed. I've never seen any league stop injuries. Like what they can stop particular ones from occurring as much, depending on why they occurred, like the kickoff, right? For the NFL. They just removed it.
It helped.
They ran. So, like, there's nothing in basketball I think you actually can do that they aren't already doing.
Yeah, they could tell them, hey, listen, y'all can't be smoking weed and alcohol throughout the whole season, and you need to practice a little bit more because
they don't have that kind of power.
But at the same time, that's not even an excuse because them dudes in the 80s was on coke.
All right, look. All right, nope. All right, we're going way off track. Okay.
You only 35 years old. You don't know nothing about that life.
Listen. I've talked to a lot of players. I've watched a lot of documentaries. That's why Jordan fired everybody from the Bulls originally in the 80s because they was all drugged out. He's like, dude, I can't win no championship, and y'all diddying up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there was many diddies back then.
I did see a Udonis Haslam clip. He said, "Hey, one time we came to the game and coach he called the Pat Riley called the timeout. Everybody in the huddle, breathing on heavy. He's like, he threw the damn clip. Well, this shit got to stop. I'm all of y'all. I'm putting a fine on all of y'all motherfuckers. Y'all feel like goddamn alcohol in the middle of the game."
That's
y'all
crazy.
Playing under the influence. I'm giving y'all PUIs. That shit was hilarious.
No, man. Listen. First of all, those people, grown men getting paid $50 million a year, $30 million a year, $7, $8, $9, $10, $12 million a year. You ain't gonna stop them from doing nothing they don't want to do. So that's out. Okay, let's shift. Let me get to this the most important topic of the show. Okay, let me get to the most important topic of the show. I wrote it down. I wrote it down right here. It says, let Sharon win a debate so he looks good in front of the actual audience. No. That was just a side note. That wasn't the actual. I be taking side notes to make sure the show goes well. Okay. There we go. Eagles, Redskins, Thursday night footballer. I think that this is a division clash of two teams that are playing relatively.
And Daniel Daniels is going to take the number one spot in the NFC East. Destroy Jalen Hurts. He's going to show Jalen Hurts who's the true NFC East quarterback that is running things now. Even though I think the Eagles are going to win the playoffs, I believe that in the regular season, Mr. Daniels, he is going to show Jalen Hurts who is really running it in a quarterback in his rookie season because he's going to take more shots. He's a little bit more quicker. He's just in tune with what's going on. And Jalen is not playing up to the level of his team yet, as of yet. He's not been playing very well. His team, he has great weapons, and they've been carrying him instead of him carrying them. And that is the difference. And that's why the Washington Commanders is going to win, and Dan's going to be the leader quarterback of the NFC East.
This was the first bad take that I've really heard you say.
Have you been watching the shows?
Let me tell you something. Bro, unless their name is Patrick Mahomes, bro, I'm not picking up nobody over the Eagles in the East, bro, this year. I'm not, bro. I just see, bro. Listen. Saquon just did the greatest play I ever seen a running back do in my life.
I said quarterback.
I've never seen a man hurdle.
I said quarterback. I said Daniels is going to prove tomorrow.
I understand that, but
I ain't got nothing to do no damn
Hurts. It don't actually. It does, because Saquon's standing right next to Hurts, so it has a lot to do with him. I'm gonna have to go with the Eagles. That they're overpowered. It's the same thing as the Bucs situation. That's where they needed help at running back, and they went out and got one of the best running backs in the league for little to nothing.
Yeah,
and didn't lose anything. I'm going with the Eagles.
Okay.
I know, and the Commanders, sir.
Yes.
The Commanders, sir. All right? You're going to have a whole bunch of light-skinned people on here angry at you. You say that R word again. But I know he's the new up-and-coming, but I think he is in the position that Lamar was in, 4 or 5 years ago. You may be the new up-and-coming dude on the block, but the most dominant thing there is still Patrick Mahomes. I'm still going to go with the Eagles.
Yeah, but we talking about the game. But we talking about the game. And
I'm rolling with the Eagles.
Quarterback,
and because Jalen Hurts has underperformed,
I still believe Daniels is going to show out and show why he's the best quarterback in the division. Eagles is the best team. Eagles is the best team in the division. But young Daniels, as a rookie, he's the best quarterback as of right now in the division, and he's going to show his ass tomorrow and prove me correct.
As a rookie, he the best quarterback in the division. He better than the man that went to the Super Bowl and almost beat Patrick Mahomes.
I think Brandy said it best. Almost doesn't count.
I understand, but still, he still went to the Super Bowl. A lot of people go to the Super Bowl once and never see it again a day in their career because it's that hard to get back to it.
Hey, Nick Foles went there too. Ain't nobody.
I heard this nonsense go on for far too long. Now let's get back to the truth, okay? Let's see what we got here. We have the Redskins. Oh no, I'm sorry, wrong name. I'm sorry. Hey. The Washington football team. Okay, I guess that's somewhere in DC. I don't know. Wale said something like that, but he ain't even from DC, from Baltimore. Anyway, versus the Philadelphia Eagles. So what I see is this, okay? We got the matchups, right? Because yes, we can look at the quarterback matchup, but this is a team game, right? And so you have to look at every aspect of football and which team is likely to perform better in all those aspects: special teams, defense, offense, the offensive line, defensive line, turnovers, pace of game, quarterback play, wide receiver play, skills position, etc. Right? This is what I believe. The Eagles are better at every single position on everywhere, except for maybe linebackers, maybe. Okay, we got a better offensive line, we got better receiver, we got better tight end, we got better quarterback, we got better defensive backs, okay, because I believe we have the best one on the field. We have the defensive line. I think ours is better, okay. If not, it's a push at best. Linebackers, I might give the edge to them. So we beat them in almost every aspect of that. Right now, you get down to it comes down to quarterback play, regardless, because your quarterback has to play decently well enough, unless you have I would time J Hub out, but that's my dog. I almost got mad at him. I'm going to say this. I believe that Jalen Hurts throws 3 touchdowns because it's been a long time since he's thrown 3 touchdowns. I believe he's going to throw 3 touchdowns, and then he might run for 1. But I'm hoping Saquon get a little busy, okay? Saquon will be over 100 yards from scrimmage, guaranteed, okay? That's going to happen. Nobody's stopping him from getting busy. The only problem I have is that the Eagles, we do a lot of time management. We control the time clock a lot. So a lot of our drives be 8 minutes and stuff. So we're not necessarily going to get the explosive plays that throw so many touchdowns because we control time so well. I first of all, anybody that's saying Jaden Daniels is better than Hurts don't know football. Just don't know football. Jaden Daniels just lost. Who did he lose to? He just lost, right? He coming off a loss, if I'm not mistaken.
Say it.
Hey, listen. He's coming off a loss of a future Hall of Famer. They could have won that game. It was since we talking about almost winning Super Bowls.
You just said almost doesn't count. Now you want to be Mr. Almost.
I'm just going by,
in the regular season game at that.
I'm just going by almost. I mean, I'm just saying. So, he went against a very good, lucky team. So they got lucky. It's okay.
All right. Yeah. So I'm not.
They didn't have a bye yet. So
All right, so I'm not dealing with this nonsense. Okay, anybody know me knows Eagles all day. So I think the Washington football team is a good team. I think they're well coached. I think they've done really, really well. I think they probably overachieved for what a lot of people's expectations were. They've been flying under the radar. I think now they're getting the best football out of people because people realize they can actually play. Jaden Daniels can actually ball. I've watched him play. He has nice touch on the football. He puts it in spots where his players can make a play. He can throw the deep ball. He can move. He's agile. I think he's very smart. I'm going to say something that I don't want to admit out loud, but I think LSU has proven that they put the best players in the NFL over the last 10 years pretty much. They got quarterbacks that's balling. They got receivers that's balling. And I'm talking about they are the best at their type of position. All right, so they really LSU. I hate to admit this, my boy, that's his favorite team. All right, I ain't gonna lie, that's his team. I'm a Hurricane, so I hate to admit because at that one time, Hurricanes, we had a first rounder every year. We had broke the NFL record. It was us. So I understand life. You can't always be at the top. We gonna shine though. So I got to give LSU their credit. They've been producing some amazing players in the NFL lately, along with Alabama. But I think LSU has a slight edge in my estimation, especially at the quarterback play. I just think the Eagles defense will be the difference. I don't think the Washington football team defense is enough. I think people don't really realize that the one thing people can say whatever they want about the Eagles, but you got Jalen Hurts with 3 different coordinators every single year. He's been a starter almost pretty much. The defense with brand new coordinators. They fired our last coordinator who nobody knows what he done in his career, even deserved to be a coordinator at the time, in my estimation. And it took some games for them to figure out the offense and to figure out our defense. Now they are rolling because they understand what Fangio wants from them. They've had enough time prep, so I think it's coming together when it needs to. Sometimes losing a game allows you to see your flaws when you're winning, you don't get to see it. I believe nobody works harder than Jalen Hurts because he is not supremely gifted, right? He's not the fastest. He don't have the best arm. I think he just worked his butt off, and he has some talent, but it's not supreme talent like these other players, right? So I believe that coupled with having a better running back and the better receivers, the better offense, in my estimation, with the better defense will give them the edge. But it's going to be a good game because rivalry games are always competitive. I have the Eagles winning 24-17.
Woo, that's a good score. And I got it being a very close game. And I believe that is going to be 27-23 Washington Commanders. With Jaden proving that he is the best quarterback in their division, even though the Eagles is going to beat them in the playoffs. They are the best team to match up against Kansas City. But I think in this game, he's going to show he's the best quarterback.
I'm going 31-20.
31-20. For who?
31-20.
To the Eagles.
I'm ready to fight J-Hub. J-Hub, man, I'm ready to fight, man. Look, J-Hub is supporting so many of my shows. I gotta love him. But I want to fight right now. Because he in there throwing them shots.
Even though I'm on the hot seat.
He looking like Boots in his boots because he's kind of, I don't know if he's ready to really be fighting those big dogs that he trying to throw names out his knee to talk about boxing. I don't know if in his boots is ready to be talking about he want to fight Mr. Crawford. I don't think that's a smart idea for him. That's a bad man. He better calm his little self down and he work his way up. Maybe try to fight Tank. Even though I think that might be a bad look for him as well. Calm your little young self down, sir. You don't got that firepower yet. He's a hell of a.
I got a question for you guys.
He got to go.
I want to share some of this fire. Off the.
Sorry, man. Like sometimes the seat was getting hot there. Sorry, sir. We have reached the conclusion of the hot seat. Yeah. We appreciate you guys tuning in with us today. Okay, make sure y'all follow up on the predictions. Remember, the Steph Curry game is the one I predicted the victory on. Sharon's bad takes is on our last show. Go watch that and leave comments and let them know about Bad Takes Sharon. Okay, his new nickname is Bad Takes Sharon. Okay, that's what we're gonna do there. And we appreciate everybody supporting the show. We just trying something new, having a lot of fun, trying to build this and do what we do. This is actually proving to be a lot more fun. Me and Sharon just putting it together. Y'all have no idea how hard it is to do. Cause how busy he is, how busy I am. I literally get through the door. I'm on the computer like, you ready? He like, yeah. So I'm glad y'all enjoying the show. It's a lot of fun, and we're gonna keep sticking to it and do what we do. And and everybody that supports us, we appreciate it. And hopefully we can get some more people on the show to give their bad takes to save Sharon. All right.
Are we doing this tomorrow or are we gonna watch the game tomorrow? We'll figure it out.